You want to take a look at what it looked like before they did the strip and stuff in Fremont Street. Definitely research and dig into those. The other one. So today's video, we're going to Sin City. The special topic is on Las Vegas postcards. And I don't get excited really about Las Vegas postcards. I just, as you'll see here in a minute, maybe some of the older ones, but I thought they would do better. But we're going to dig into that once I go through my what solds. And I'll tell you what, that's part of the video is not going to go slow. I only sold 4 postcards overnight. Yeah, it's something's going on with eBay here and there, and it hits all of us. I haven't had any 0 days, but do have some low days, just like everybody else. But I look at an average for the month, the quarter, and the year. And I'm doing about 13 cards a day. My goal this year is 14 cards a day. Raise my average sale price and do $70 a day. Today I did not meet it, but I did more during the week and stuff. So for the year, I'm at 13 cards. So I'm just one down. I am definitely over $70 a day, and my average sale price is going up. So I just need to work on the number of cards, and once I think eBay settles down a little bit, things will come back together. And then I did a poll, and this is probably one of the toughest polls, the questions I got back, and I have an opinion about it, and it made me think, but what is more valuable to your business, your scanner or your thermal printer? Some people said I can't pick. Some people definitely said the scanner, but we'll see what the results are and what my opinion. I got about 8 comments from people that had the same difficulty because they're so important to a postcard reseller. And then I got a bunch of viewer comments I pulled out. So you want to stick at all the way to the end of the video, where these are comments that come in through YouTube or email, and I actually respond to them and we have a discussion about them. But let me go through the what sold cards here. It's going to take less than a couple minutes. So I sold 4 cards. The first card I sold is Palace of Fine Art, San Francisco, California. A linen card of a museum. It's unposted linen card, $4 to $5. I got like 3 more of those in there. I had to check. I didn't think I had 3 of those, but I did. And then I have the City Hall, Ocala, Florida. And this is a linen card, nicely done. It's been well kept and stuff, $4 to $5. So a City Hall, courthouse, I got a video on that. And then this was a neat one I just put up the other day, and this is a hospital. And I did a video on hospitals. I always bump them up because people collect hospitals. I don't bump them up a lot. I think this one sold for $7.65. So I bumped it up, what, $3? This is a John D. Archibald Memorial Hospital, Thomasville, Georgia. It's a linen card, but it's a hospital. And it sold for $7.65. Biggest sale of the day. And then the last one is a library at West State Street, Albion, New York. It's just a library. Didn't see anything on it, it's just an average card. It's a divided back. Someone put $2 on there. Those aren't my prices, and I don't take those off. I leave wherever they put on there like that. I just leave it on the card. But divided back, $4 to $5. So what was my grand total? My grand total for overnight sales, sold 4 postcards for $22.76. Average sale price, this is gross sales. Average sale price, $5.69. So the hospital saved me there. I didn't meet the $70 and I didn't meet the 14 cards, but my average sale price did go up because I sold that 1 card. But that won't take long to pack. That's what sold. Kind of sucks. But you take the bad with the good, and when you have good days, you save for the bad days. Las Vegas. I think everybody knows about Las Vegas. Sin City, hot, a lot of gambling. Just thinking, I've been there many times. Did work there, been to conventions, talked there, different things. I know it, but I'm not an expert on Las Vegas. But I found some facts about Las Vegas, and it's different. I learned a few things by researching this about Las Vegas that I didn't really know. But a lot of people think about when it started and when the gambling came in, but there is a little history before that. So let me go ahead and get into some facts I found to help us understand Las Vegas a little bit more and what to look for in postcards. And that's what these facts do, is when you look at a postcard and you see a casino, kind of put in your head, is it an older one, newer one? Is it still there? And I found a link where you can find some of the casinos that were torn down or out of business. But I'm going to show you some postcards of Las Vegas while I talk about these facts. Las Vegas, often known simply as Vegas, is the 25th most populous city in the United States. The 25th. The most populous city in the state of Nevada. Las Vegas is named after hidden underground wells. Las Vegas means the meadows, and it was named by Rafael Rivera in 1821. Remember what I said, there's history of Las Vegas before the gambling came in. He was a Spanish pioneer, laid out the old Spanish Trail, and he was the first European to set foot in Las Vegas territory. 1931 was a pivotal year for Las Vegas. At that time, Nevada legalized casino gambling. So 1931 is a date that you want to remember when you're looking at postcards. Anything before that would be historical toward the town. 1931 moving forward might be more about the strip and the gambling. Las Vegas was founded as a city in 1905 when 110 acres of land adjacent to the Union Pacific Railroad tracks were auctioned in what would become the downtown area, the strip. In 1911, Las Vegas was incorporated as a city. Las Vegas is the brightest place on earth. The Las Vegas Strip has around 30 hotels and casinos lining its path, and their numerous signage and neon lights make them the brightest spot on the planet. They even went ahead and said that the people on the space station can actually pinpoint at night how bright it is. There are more than 150,000 hotel rooms in the city. There is an abandoned city beneath Lake Mead. Lake Mead is the lake that was created when they did the Hoover or Boulder Dam, and that gives water to everything. The ghost town of St. Thomas was submerged in the 1930s by the United States federal government. In order to build Lake Mead, the world's largest man-made reservoir, the U.S. had to clear out as much space as it could. This involved buying the land the town sat on and informing residents they had to leave. In some Asian cultures, the number 4 is thought to be bad luck. For that reason, some hotels in Vegas have no floors that start with the number 4. So if you go into an elevator and you see 3 and 5 and there's no 4, it's because of the bad luck number. You'll see that in some of the hotels. The Skybeam at the Luxor costs about $51 an hour to keep on. We stayed at the Luxor. They got it's kind of weird with the pyramid when you're going in the elevators, but we stayed one time at the Luxor. $51 an hour to keep it on. It's probably higher now. The iconic Welcome to Las Vegas sign, which has never been located within municipal limits, was created in 1959 by Betty Willis. And that's the sign I used on my thumbnail for the video. In 1995, the Fremont Street Experience opened in Las Vegas downtown area. So in 1995 is when they did that cover thing with the music and the videos you can see with the awning or whatever, the canopy. So before that, Fremont Street postcards might be more valuable because they made a big change in 95. The canopy 5-block area features 12.5 million LED lights and 550,000 watts of sound from dusk until midnight during shows held at the top of each hour. And I've been there a couple times on Fremont Street and we saw that. It's really cool and it is loud. But they have a lot of things going on. They got a zip line. But it's something to see there. Now there is a place I found on the internet. I get postcards. And I knew I had this link saved in my saved links. But when I get a postcard of a casino, like the Stardust or the Flamingo, I go out and see if it's still there. Because the ones that are not there, you might get a couple extra more dollars for. But this link right here will take you to what they call a defunct casinos in the Las Vegas Valley. And you want to copy that down, and I'll put it into the description of this video so you can save it as well, don't have to type it. But there's a whole list of them here, as you see, of all the casinos that are not there. So you want to search. If you have one, I would do a little bit of reference on any casino card and see it. I have like 50 Stardust ones, and I've had them forever. I think I've sold 2, if I remember right, out of the 50. If you get Las Vegas and they're chromes, you just got to check and see if they're still there. And I think the older ones do better. And we're going to see that here in a minute, the pricing. But use that link when it's really easy to check and look at the name, or you can Google the name of the casino. But that's some of the facts about Las Vegas that I found. Well, what's the sell-through rate on Las Vegas? Las Vegas is a little novelty card to a point, but it's also a state. But I kind of bumped it up against these, as you'll see here in a moment. My query was Postcard Las Vegas. There was 1,500 sold, 14,000 were listed. Times it by 100 gives you 11%. So that's not a bad sell-through rate against average cards. But I just couldn't put it up against Montana, Oregon, Illinois, Pennsylvania. I wanted to put it up against a few other little unique things. So I grabbed the 4 that I've used before. Postcard Stadium is 14%. Postcard Map, 10%. Postcard Motel, 6%. And Turnpike, Postcard Turnpike is 4%. This falls at the higher range of these. So this is, if you get a Las Vegas card, you have a better chance of selling that than you probably do Rhode Island or whatever. So I would still not walk away from a Las Vegas card. If you get a lot of Las Vegas cards out there, a lot of people go there, or they've been there, or they want to go there, and they want to see these things. They frame them or they keep them, mementos of their trip. Or somebody collects the casinos out there, or somebody's doing a school project, so you never know. But 11% is not a bad sell-through rate for the postcards. Then the high-end, the higher price postcards. I found 2. This one here is a circa 1910, they said. So that's going to be before the gambling started. 1931 is when the gambling started, so this is 1910. And look at that price. This is the business section of Fremont Street. Bakery, stores, cars, Las Vegas, Nevada. So this is Fremont Street, it looks like, before it was built up with the canopy in 95. Way before. $129.95, and they took the best offer. Probably took $115, $120 for that card. So that's pre-1931 and before they did the academy. So dates kind of keep in your head when you're researching these, when things happen. You can refer back to this video too. Just whenever you get a card, say you get you buy a lot of cards and you got a bunch of churches. I probably have a video on it, or I got one coming. You can always go into the video and skip to what sold and the other stuff and go right down at the bottom here, some chapters I put in, and just go right to the special topic and spend 10 minutes to refresh yourself on churches. I've done that myself, where I've actually went in and watched me because I forgot what I said about some of the things, or I look at the document I have. So these videos are becoming like a nice library of things you can always go back to. So it's hard to remember everything, but 1931 is a date. So anything Las Vegas before 1931 is probably something like this. Now, are you going to get $120 for it? I don't know. It depends, and research on what the card is. And then here's another iconic card, circa 1954. It's after the 1931 date, so the gambling's already started. As you can see, there's the cowboy and all the stuff. And this is the Pioneer Club Casino, atomic bomb blast in the back. So they're showing, because they did a lot of atomic bomb blasts in Nevada desert, not far from Las Vegas, what, 50, 60 miles maybe? And in the bomb test, mushroom cloud in the background. So it's kind of a neat card. So maybe this is one that you want to look for if it's got any atomic bomb blasts and stuff. But they took best offer on $75. $70.65 for that card. It's a linen card, it looks like. But it's got that little atomic bomb blast, and it shows right from Las Vegas. So it's sending a message. It's pretty cool. But those are the higher price cards I found. Now, the cards that we see every day are these. These are sold high. 27, 29, 49. And some of these are like the Flamingo Hotel, the Del Mar Resort Motel, and the International Hotel. Now, you can go check and see if some of these are there or whatever, but they got roughly $25, $30 for these. That's not a bad haul. Then you look at the sold low. $1.25, 99 cents, and 99 cents. You definitely can get $4 to $8 at least for a Las Vegas card. They might sit a while, but 11% sell-through rate, there's no reason to put these in. Plus, none of these people are making any money, even before fee. After the fees are done, they're already in the hole. Better to, you got to go up. The fees have went up and stuff like that. The postage has went up and everything else. You have to raise the prices. It's not worth the time to do that. I would lot them up. Just do a lot of Las Vegas then. And you probably make more money. But those are the high and the lows of them. And then you get into the listed high. Now I put this one here. This is Zaza Gabor autograph postcards. So a lot of things in Vegas, they have a lot of famous entertainers and stuff like that. So if they have autographs, I don't do a lot of autographs because I just don't know a lot about it and I don't send them in for grading. But if they're signed cards and stuff like that, they put this up for $100. Is that right? I don't know. Zaza Gabor, is that popular? I'm not for sure, but someone might want to grab that because it's from Las Vegas. Next one is International Hotel. As we just saw, that one sold, I think it's almost the same. International Hotel sold for $50, and they got this one listed for $50. So I think they probably saw that, and they're $49.99. Might get it, might take an offer. Well, they don't have best offer on. And then you got the new Out of the World Hotel, New Frontier Hotel, Las Vegas, Nevada, $41. That's a Chrome card. Not for sure if that hotel's there. Are they out of line? Maybe they did the research. But Las Vegas, you might get that one buyer. But I would, when comping these, I would take a look and make sure it's not just an average card. There's a lot of them out there. A lot of these were mass produced, so be careful. Then you look at the low, 99 cents, 99 cents, and the bottom one is $1.29 for a Nevada postcard view. Sands, people in the pool. It looks like a black and white card. Could be a chrome, a little older, and $1.29. I would bump that card up for sure and get some more money for it. I think there's something there with that card on there. I could be wrong, but then you know the other one is New Frontier Casino. They're all different casinos. At least $4 to $8, at least, you can get for some of these cards. But that's how the pricing goes. So to sum up Las Vegas, I wouldn't turn my head, especially anything pre-1931 gambling. You want to take a look at what it looked like before they did the strip and stuff in Fremont Street. Definitely research and dig into those. The other ones, the Chrome cards, mass-produced, just see if the casinos, find that link and see if the casinos are still there and what the comps are and do a little homework. But I don't think I would list a Las Vegas card without doing research. This is definitely one card that I would do research on. You can always get a couple extra dollars on there, or maybe more. And look for signed cards of entertainers that were in Vegas. It's probably in there. I know Howard Hughes is there. There's Steve Wynn Hotels. Just a lot of stuff goes on there. So I wouldn't turn them away. I would pick them up if I get them for a good price. But that's Las Vegas, Sin City. What happens in Vegas? Does it always stay? Doesn't look like it. Postcards are out there. Who knew? I probably pulled this one a little quick. There's only 42 votes so far, but I needed it for the video. I wanted to batch up videos today and get them done as we're going to be leaving to go to Florida, and I wanted to get this couple videos into the bank and done out of the way so I don't have to deal with it when I come back. So I pulled it. There was only 42 people, but I think it says the message here. And I thought it was going to be thermal printer would be number one. But what is what is more valuable to your business? Your scanner or your thermal printer? Your duplex scanner or your thermal printer? 57% said scanner, 38% said thermal printer, and 5% was other. Not for sure everything other, but I got a couple comments. My opinion, my scanner. I can deal with probably cutting out paper or anything if I had to, but I timed myself the other day just so I can, when I do the video, people ask me all the time, how long does it take you to scan? I scan 100 cards in about 3 minutes is what it takes me with the scanner. And that's with a little delay here and there. So a little under 3 minutes, but I said 3 minutes. For 1,000 cards, it'd be 30 minutes. So my scanner is very important. You know how long it would take to do a camera on 1,000 postcards? I'd be there for a couple of days. So scanner, mine is the scanner. Right behind it is the thermal printer. So those are the two major things. And if you're going to get a message out of this poll, these are things. If you're going to be serious about postcards, you want to get a scanner and a thermal printer. It's just part of it. It will pay for it. They will pay for themselves in no time. In time, your time is important. The time it takes you to print out and tape labels, you could list 3 or 4 cards. The time it takes you to do the camera, you get better stuff like that. You get better pictures, and plus it saves time. And your time is important. But I got some comments here. Three Wheeler says, I don't have a business yet. If you sell something to make a profit, you have a business. You're considered a sole proprietor. That's how. You don't need to be an LLC, license, wherever. But if you're selling something for a profit, they consider you a sole proprietor. But my first postcard auction goes live in 28 minutes. Congratulations. And I have a video I did about some auctions and my thoughts about auctions. So if you want to go watch that, I think it says all in. I'll put a little thing here. But I did 25 RPPCs. And I did it for a reason, because I don't do auctions. And I wanted to prove myself why. I voted for the thermal printer because eventually a thriving business would have too many shipping labels to handwrite. My RPI HQ camera is as good as the scanner. You'll see once you get going, 3. You're getting there. You're going through the process. There's a process to start selling postcards. You got to learn the language, learn about the eras, learn about different types of postcards, your inventory, your scanner, your thermal printer, eBay standard. There's a kind of a steep learning curve, but once you get to the top, it's kind of easier after that. But there is a learning curve. It takes about 6 to 8 months to really get the basics down of everything and the way you want to do it, because you're going to change things up. So you're following the same path as everybody. You're making decisions, which is good. You're thinking about the future. Just keep moving forward, keep doing it, and things will start selling. Thanks, 3. Then Chris said, they are both super helpful, and if I had to pick, I would choose the scanner over the thermal printer. Yeah, it's a tough pick. It's like having kids. You have 2 kids. Which one do you like better? You can't say, because you like them both. There's not a favorite. It depends on the day also, who was my favorite kid that day. So it is a tough call, but I said scanner, Chris said scanner. And he likes these polls. Yeah, a lot of people get it. I get a lot of things out of these polls. I get it for the video, and we have a conversation here. But I also use them to think about what other people are thinking, not just me thinking. This is the whole community talking about things. Thanks, Chris. Karen Henderson said, hands down the scanner. I could just not go back to taking pictures. She's done it. I've done it. Yeah, never again. But I could cut out, paste labels. Yeah. Rollo is my second love, but scanner, oh yeah. So I'm with Karen. Thanks, Karen. Kelly, tough choice. I was going to say scanner, but after handwriting my first 100 orders, I have to say thermal printer. So he's been through the handwriting. I didn't do handwriting, so Kelly's picked the thermal printer. So we got a good little mix here. Thanks, Kelly. Nathan Bishop, I still use the old inkjet printer. If it ever goes down, we'll see what to do then. So he's got something that works. It's a system. He's used to it, and it's still working, making him money. So until it breaks, he's not going to move forward. But when it breaks, he's probably already got in his mind, he's going to try for a thermal printer, is what he's saying. So he's just going to keep using. But if you sell a lot of cards, look at the price of ink to fill your printer. How long does it take to go through an ink cartridge, and how many ink cartridges does it cost, the price of that, to buy a thermal printer where there's no ink. You buy it once, you just got to buy the labels, the thermal paper. So that's the difference between having a desk out there. But if you don't sell a lot of postcards, it's probably cheaper that way. It takes a little time, but not much. Thanks, Nathan. Then Adam from Pittsburgh Picker, he can't decide. Adam. You can decide. You just got a brand new scanner. You've had the thermal printer forever. But I understand what Adam does. They sell more than just postcards, so they like the thermal printer, and he likes his scanner. It is kind of hard to pick. I'll ask him again later on. Thanks, Adam. Jeff Gray said, wow, I can't pick. Yeah, it's hard. this was a tough poll. Harder than I thought it was from the comments and stuff. Thanks, Jeff. And the Mother Mustache says, no, my phone. So, thanks everyone for commenting. And this is a hard question, but it just depends on where you're at on it and how you feel about it. I picked a scanner because I know how much it saves me. But thermal printer and a scanner are key components of selling postcards. Thanks everyone for doing these polls. I put them out every Saturday. They go between 8 and 9 a.m. Central Time. I got them out for the year. As I think of a question or someone sends me a question, I put a poll out there and I put it out and they're scheduled and stuff like that. So every Saturday morning. But make sure you're subscribed and you hit the little bell icon. And I think there's a thing in the corner over here. To you, I think it would be down here, a little red thing. You click that, just subscribe, and you'll see when the polls come out. It'll be delivered to you through the community feed. I've been sending more stuff in the community feed, so make sure you subscribe so you get to see those little nuances I send out there. Comments, just like the polls. Polls are anonymous. I don't know who votes. If you leave a comment, I know who you are, but if you vote, it's all anonymous. Comments, if you leave them in YouTube, I consider them public and they could show up on a video. If you send me an email to contact@SMPostcards.com, and here's my email address, I won't put those on the video with your name or put them up there. I consider that a little bit more private, unless you say so in the message or I ask you. If you put it on YouTube, I consider it public. So just forewarned. And I'm not there to roast anybody. I just like the comments from everybody. It's great. I mean, everybody gets to see how everybody thinks, not just me. I'm not here to tell you how to do it. I'm just showing them what people do, and you pick out the best you want. But Daniel from Mailseum, and he's got a channel he started on, and he just did a couple videos about different things about postcards and some tips and what he does. Totally different spin than what I do, and totally different spin than the other people. So all of us do it a little different, but his site is Mailseum. It's mail and museum together. So his comment was, I can't remember where I heard it, but another seller said that Mormon churches not in Utah sell very well. So I haven't done a video on that, Daniel, but these are the little nuances that Daniel knows. A Mormon church not in Utah do very well. So that's been stuck in my mind. Have I seen any of those? I don't remember. Most of the Mormon churches I have, the big cathedral, the choir, and stuff like that, the tabernacle choir and stuff, and that big thing in Salt Lake City, is most of the ones I remember. So I'm going to see if I can find some Utah churches outside and use that on the video, Daniel. Thanks for the heads up. I don't think I've found any yet. Me either, like I said. Great video and nice Easter eggs in the thumbnail. If you guys have looked deeper into the thumbnails, I've been putting me in there, a horse with a suit on, some birds, different things, because I'm playing around with that new software I bought this year and just seeing how it all works. So I doctor up the thumbnails a little bit, more for a learning thing for me, and also to put what he called Easter eggs in there, just to make it a little different and stuff like that. So always check the thumbnails with some hidden things to look at. I'm not the best graphic artist in the world, but I'm trying. Thanks, Daniel. Then Chris came and said, it baffles me. He's talking about the low prices people do. It upsets people, and it shouldn't. You shouldn't let people upset you about stuff that you have no control. Just let them go. You can't change it. But he wanted to get it out here, and he has the same view kind of I do. But he says it baffles me sometimes how sellers don't realize that 99 cents with free shipping, they are paying eBay at the end. Yeah, 30 cents per card sold, fees plus standard fees, which would be about 10 to 15 cents. Then the price of the card, let's say a quarter, then a stamp, 60 cents, then the envelope and your time. Just with fees and package, you're at $1. Never mind the cost of the card or envelope or your time. I feel like maybe they do that to get feedback and build an account up. It doesn't make any sense to me otherwise, unless they just don't get it. So when I got that message, Chris, I went out and I looked at some of the 99 centers. These are sellers have been there doing this forever. They've got feedback already. But then I did find someone like you're saying, they're maybe trying to get feedback. But I just think they're stuck. They don't know. These are ones that inherited some postcards and they put them out there, or they've been doing auctions since 1998, 2000, and they just haven't haven't raised with the times, and maybe they're just doing it as a hobby and they just like to do it. Or they just don't know. And hopefully they're watching this and they raise their prices so they make some money. There's no reason to do this without making money, because you're just working for eBay. I'm with Chris on this. It does baffle me too, but they need to raise their prices. They need to go up and get some money for what they do. Thanks, Chris. Larry Way Out 1. I guess he's not Larry Way Out 2, or he's number 1. Going into my 25th year on eBay, sending shipped emails is wasting your time. Agree completely with you. Let eBay do it. That's from the video when something ships. Do you send an email to the customer, hey, I shipped your product? When eBay does that, and I just let whatever I can automatically do, and eBay does, like sending invoices, payment reminders, they do all that now. And they send all that stuff to those customers. Just let them do it. That's my thinking, and that's somebody's been selling for 25 years. There's something there. If you've been doing this for 25 years, that's what they call experience, and experience equals skill. So Larry Way Out has been doing it for 25 years. He's someone we should listen to on things like this. Just let eBay do it. Thanks, Larry. And I would love to hear more comments from you from your 25 years if you things changed or whatever, and use them here and stuff so we get a good feeling of how it was for 25 years and what's changed and stuff and what you feel. It would be great. Thanks again. And then I got a question in an email. Can I send you a question and put it in a poll? Sure. You just send it to contact@SMPostcards.com. Say it's a poll question. And I have them scheduled out, but I can bump some around. It might take 3-4 weeks to get out there, or if it's something really interesting, I'll bump it up a little bit quicker and stuff like that. And if it's something I can't do, I'll let you know. But just send it to me in email, and I'll get it scheduled. If there's anything anybody wants me to talk about, you can send an email, contact@SMPostcards.com, and I'll consider it. Or we can converse in email back and forth. I've been getting back pretty quickly to people, but if I do miss your email or comments or something, and you wanted me to give you some feedback or whatever, just hit me up again on email. Maybe I got into a rule or something, but most of the time I do get them. I got it pretty clean now where I can see anything coming into that mailboxes and stuff. But sure, any kind of, this is our channel. Even though I put it together and everything, we drive it. You guys help me drive it whatever way it goes. So if there's anything you want to see or I can do, and it's in that I can do, I'll go ahead and see if I can incorporate it for you or answer you personally. But I appreciate everybody watching. Hope you learned something a little bit about Sin City, Las Vegas. And if you got any comments about Las Vegas, more than I showed here, put it in there, what to look for and stuff like that. Put it in the comments, and people can see it. But thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.